group number 6 called the Supermicrofantásticos, and today we will see the income effect and substitution by Slotsky for the Coubb-Douglas. So let's start. Now, Sasha is a teenager who likes to spend all of her allowance on meat and chicken cakes. Today, when she arrives at Estella's store where the best Bogota cakes are found, she sees on the menu that the price of each cake of meat is $8 and chicken $4. If the parents give her an allowance of $40 and the satisfaction that gives her consuming cakes is defined by the utility function 4c quarter p 3/4. Now Sasha sees an increase in chicken cakes, so we want to see how much the consumption of the good varies since its price varies. Okay, so the first thing we have to do is a particular maximization of the utility function Coubb-Douglas, which is this, and is subject to an income of $40. PC, which is 8, and PP, which is 4. Then, as we will know, the first thing we have to do is to find the budget line. The values are replaced and there it is. Then we make the tangency condition and we see the marginal relation of substitution, that is P over 3C equal to 2, that is 6C. Then we substitute that in the budget line and we replace. And with this, we already have the optimal consumption basket. So the next step is to find the optimal level of utility reached. As we see, this value is approximate. Now with this we can graph the optimal indifference curve. Okay, so all this was in order to find our optimal basket. Now, it turns out that the price of chicken cakes rose to 10. So, our final PP is 10. And as we have already demonstrated all the previous algebraic part, the most practical thing it is to use this formula. As the only thing that varied was PP, star PC did not change me. I mean, it will be the same as the original. Now we replace our new values and we already have our new optimal consumption basket. We proceed to find intermediate M, the new budget line, and our intermediate P that defines our effects. All this was in order to find our optimal basket. Now, it turns out that the price of chicken cakes rose to 10. So, the final PP is 10, and as we have already demonstrated all the previous algebraic part, the most practical thing is to use this formula. As the only thing that varied was PP star PC did not change me. I mean, it will be the same as the original. Now we replace our new values and we already have our new optimal consumption basket. We proceed to find intermediate M, the new budget line, and our intermediate P that defines our effects. Here we consider the total effect, that is the final value less the initial one, which is the variation in the quantity consumed. Also the income effect, that is something final less intermediate, and the substitute, that is something intermediate less initial. Now we say how the price of the good went up to 10, then the consumer went from consuming 7.5 to 3, that means that she stopped consuming 4.5, that is the total effect, and minus 3.375, she stopped consuming them because as the price of the good increased and now she has less purchasing power, and minus 1.125 doesn't not consume them now because now chicken cakes are relatively more expensive than meat cakes, and as she prefers cheaper goods, the consumption of chicken cakes will decrease in relative terms. Now we have to be carefully because in the second part, when the price increase, we use this formula, but we have to do all the process to graph the indifference curves. So this is the tabulation for the first moment, and this is the tabulation for the second moment when the price of PP increase. So that's all for today. So see you in the next opportunity.